You are now tuned into Blueprint Radio.
Okay, so lastly, I want to ask, and we'll get out on sports on this. You saw the Christian Braun dunk on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
The two-hand in the lane, and then you see what transpired after that with the little scuffle. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this because you've played ball your whole life. You've been in multiple gyms, and you were just at the Pistons game, so you've seen it at the highest level.
Yeah.
You played some elite basketball. You played high school ball. You've been to many different levels.
Played on travel
right?
teams. All that
yeah,
kind of
100%.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've seen how buildings can get, especially when dunks are involved in the game.
Right.
You've seen when mans get dunked on. You see now obviously there's a culture.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
There's a culture in basketball now that I don't think that we had growing up. Of when a man dunks on a man runs in it's a different level now. Men's dunk on a man's face and they're screaming in their face and I'm even seeing some wild stuff now where over the last 3 or 4 years where the crowd is trying to head top him it's getting a little wild. You know what I mean?
That came in with AAU basketball.
100%, right? But what's your thought on that? Because I have two thinkings of it. I feel like if you are a shot blocker, this is par for the course. You're going to get dunked on.
Of course.
And you're 4-time defensive player of the year, the reigning defensive player of the year. This is something that's new to you now. On the other end of it, at what point would the sportsmanship go out the window when somebody's clearly trying to disrespect you and arrogantly doing so after they just, in the realms of basketball, disrespected you? Now to come down and yell on your face, get in your face. What are your thoughts on it?
Listen, no, you can't disrespect a man.
Right? You're still a man at the end of the day.
There still has to be a level of sportsmanship.
On both sides.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You can't disrespect me. I mean, yeah, you make a good play.
Yeah.
That Sean Kemp stuff is not going to fly with me because if you're pointing at me and trying to make me feel like lesser of a man because you got off one good play on me, it happened to me before.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing pickup basketball. Yeah. You get into a verbal altercation with somebody, you help late, and a man dunked on you.
Yeah. And
they feel like, you know what I mean? That just strengthens your game, right? But
for sure, at
the end of the day, don't yell in anybody's face because you don't know how a person's reacting. If you come at me sideways, I'm allowed to react like how I want to react.
And obviously, I think it's who it is as well. I think mans are Rudy
who is Braun anyways to be coming at Rudy like that?
But I'm saying that's on Rudy though. I think the league, and we already know this. The league doesn't respect Rudy
they painted a picture of him
to his size, right? He's a giant amongst men, and he
don't appreciate him.
He doesn't act like it. So I think the league is willing to test him on any occasions. I think if it's someone else, you're not able to get that close to a man in his face. But Christian Braun is not doing this to certain other mans in the league.
Beef stew. But
right? He's not doing this to Bam Adebayo.
No. But to me, it's the narrative in the league. You get this.
The league's soft. The league is super soft.
You get things painted on you in the league, and then people expect that's you.
Yeah, 100%.
We thought JaVale McGee was just a no IQ player because
that's the way he was painted.
He's been painted as that, and he made a few bonehead plays. But then commentators keep on talking about the bonehead stuff he's done.
Yeah. Is he a 2-time NBA champion now?
Exactly. So he still deserves respect.
Yeah.
He found his niche and he's worked with it.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that. And I remember
that was Shaq slander too on both fronts. On both fronts.
So I remember, and this is a local story.
All right, talk to me.
So I told you about the dunk on.
Yeah.
I got dunked on.
Yeah.
Okay, I held that.
You play defense,
it was
bro.
disrespect.
That's what happens. Yeah.
There was a girl there that she used to play ball and she used to kind of ride on me about it. And I was like, okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah. But as soon as I got dunked on, the next play, you know what I had to do.
Of course, now you up. Now you
I had to shoot a three.
Yeah.
All right, so
talk to me, bro.
Big story. We're at Henry Storm.
Yeah.
What's the storm called? My year it opened.
Okay.
So in 99, I'm dating myself. 99, 2000 when I started high school.
Yeah.
That school opened.
Okay.
So it opened in grade 9, their team wasn't good.
Yeah.
Grade 10, their team wasn't good. But by grade 11, now more people have moved into that area. They started getting some players.
Hoopers,
we had some good games against the Storm.
Yeah.
And I guess this time the crowd was rowdy because this was and one era.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess a man crossed a man and
Yeah.
a guy fell on my team. And the way how the crowd just disrespected the man who fell, and that was the first time I had seen it. Like, they looked like they wanted to storm the court.
Yeah, storm the court, yeah.
But it was okay because I can't let my teammate look stupid. So when I got the ball back being a point, I pulled up, hit a three, and you guys have to be quiet.
Yeah, that's it.
But but we've seen this culture of and one AAU basketball, these organized tournaments that aren't really organized, where people are just going insane. The storm in the court, the storm in the court is wild for me. Like, I'm liable to punch somebody out, bro. I'm liable. Like, if you storm the court, I don't know why you're running at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
startling.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
It's dangerous at first.
It's very dangerous. And people, I want grace. So if I get embarrassed on the court, I don't want everybody running on and making me feel dumb.
I just felt like there was there's multiple sides you could look at that dunk. Like, again,
there's a brotherhood in the NBA
it's dunk,
too,
It's
right?
dunk of the year right now.
Of course.
And, it's still early on in the season, but I just don't know if I loved, the screaming on the face for somebody that wouldn't scream on in his face in general public.
You are now tuned into Blueprint Radio.